I remember years ago, my brother and I lived with our father there, junior high school days, right? Oh, Dad's got a bunch of rental properties. Yeah, it's pretty cool, right? Of course, we never had normal weekends like regular kids did. You know, on the weekends, we were over those buildings fixing, repairing something. Seemed like every time we had a ceiling repair, if it was plaster, and it wasn't drywall, boys and girls, it was plaster, or painting repair, painting the ceilings. And we had flat ceilings back in the day then, brothers and sisters. We didn't have popcorn like we got down in modern houses. We needed a spray gun. I was the one pushing that roller up against that stuff, and I'll tell you what, I hated it. But then I got older, and years went by, and my dad used to always have me and my brother, here, hold this light, what he was working on. He explained what he was doing to it. What he was doing, if it was repairing plumbing, electrical, putting in an outlet, hell, rebuilding the transmission on the damn Whirlpool washing machines we had, because they were overstuffed by the tenants. Yeah, that's where we learned how to do everything. And then years on go, and I end up moving. And first part-time job was I was a maintenance assistant. Then next thing you know, I met a painter. Painter's like, hey man, I'll put you to work. Paid me some money, and off I went with him. Actually, back in that day, I was making some pretty good money every week. And yeah, they taught me everything I needed to know about painting. In other words, I did know how to paint from my father, but I learned wrong. And then when you learn from a professional painter, oh boy, did he make the job easier. And yeah, to this very day, I would have to say that when I was younger with my father, doing them apartments, I hated painting. But today, painting is very relaxing for me. It's one of the most... It's a very easy, I don't want to say easy, but it's a technical trade. It can be very, I don't know, I don't want to say, it could be very, I guess the best way to say it is technical, I guess. I don't know, putting paint on the wall, there's a bit of technique to it. Cutting in, prepping surfaces, there's a lot to it, but at the end of the day, when you're just rolling and slabbing paint on, hey, at the end of the day, you end up becoming like a Danielson. You know, paint the fence, paint the siding, wax on, wax off. Yeah, and if you get into drywall, you're going to be spreading mud with a knife. Some more technique. Then you got to sand the wall. It brings in some staff technique. It's pretty interesting how the trades directly translate into certain martial art weapons and their use thereof for exercise and technique improvements. So yeah, but yeah, there's my dad teaching me and my brother how to do stuff, and then decades later, remodeling homes, everything from roofing to foundation, rebar work, tile, cabinetry, painting, drywall, insulation, electrical, plumbing, cabinetry, finished trim carpentry, windows, doors, all of it. Doors. It's amazing how you would think a door is the simplest thing. Men just walk through them, women walk through them every day in the house. Boom, pop, boom, boom. The door is one of the most freaking exacting devices inside the home. That is built to be all on 90s. And if you don't know what that is, well, when you get older, you will. But yeah, 90-degree angles. So there's a lot of things out there in the world that need maintenance all the time. And learned that on my dad's buildings. And then, of course, now here in my almost retired years, I'm working in engineering maintenance. But my particular field is not so, I would say, laborsome more as it is you have to have the ability to take the challenge when it comes at you and do it quickly based on your past experiences. So as age comes, experience is gained, and when we're tasked with something like me per se, I'm able to handle it very quickly. Thus we have this small department within our engineering team at this resort, and this department here deals with special things like that. And yeah, so once again, I recommend trades. Get in with a good company. You get 401ks, vacation, holidays, or if you want to go into business as a tradesman with an AC, Havoc, even framing carpenter, because we need framing carpenters now. Plumbing, electrical, the fields are wide open for a lot of people, and starting salaries are very good. It's all right, brothers, sisters. Have yourself a good one. We'll talk later. God bless.